And MSJ leader David Abdullah is hoping that the finance minister's budget presentation on Monday will be one that does not target the working class and the poor with its proposed measures. He's also hoping certain policy suggestions put forward to government in last week's spotlight on Trinidad and Tobago's financial circumstances are not taken wholesale, but are instead assessed to find the best design for citizens. Mr. Abdullah spoke with reporter Janine Brown ahead of tomorrow's presentation. She brings you this report.
One of the suggestions put forward during last Wednesday's economic forum, which remained on the tongues of citizens in the days thereafter, was that made by Dr. Thackeray Driver to up energy conservation and to increase electricity rates. Dr. Driver argued that Trinidad and Tobago has one of the lowest rates worldwide, and as such there was room for upward adjustment. But that's one of the measures MSJ leader David Abdullah is hoping he does not see read out come October 2nd. While Mr. Abdullah supports a call to raise electricity rates, he thinks it ought to be done differently.
We have advocated many years ago that the rate should be increased, but for the industrial users, the big plants in Point Lisas and so on have no incentive to conserve electricity consumption because the rates are too low. If the rates were higher then, because they're the biggest consumers.
Foreign exchange, another topic of concern. Mr. Abdullah wants to see a move away from dependency on exported goods, thus reducing the amount of U.S. currency that has to leave TNT's reserves. And he's reminding those in power that the example should begin with the man at the top.
So if, for example, there is a function at the President's house or the Prime Minister is hosting a reception, no foreign alcohol, no foreign food items, let's go total local.
He says while the finance minister in his 2016 presentation made some headway by imposing a 30% tax rate on profits over $1 million, that kind of measure ought to be developed in a way that helps drive forex into the economy.
But what ought to have happened is that you should have taxed large corporations, maybe up to 35%. Companies that are making $300-400 million and so on. Tax them at 35% and then give them a tax credit if they earn new foreign exchange or if they save foreign exchange, to encourage them to engage in the earning of foreign exchange rather than the consumption of foreign exchange.
For now, though, it's a matter of wait and see, the political leader says, as he adds his post-budget analysis will further tackle whatever is unveiled at Monday's presentation. Janine Brown, C News.